What up, YouTube? So y'all's back with another video, and today's topic I want to cover is where we are in the United States with Donald Trump issuing the National Guard in Washington, D.C. He's thinking about issuing it in Chicago as well and other big major cities with high crime rates. What's my opinion on the matter? Do I think it's productive? Is it wasting the U.S. American tax dollars? Per usual in America, we'll just be burning money. But what's my opinion on the matter? Let's jump right into it. I want to pause and just talk about both sides of the government, right? You got the right, you got the Republicans, the conservatives, you got the left, the Democrats, the liberals. Both sides are filled with stupidity. Both sides are filled with corruption via government. And sure, the liberals on one side, they're kind of idiotic with some of their ideologies. Like, some of their ideologies is just no way in hell any person with any decent common sense will not follow. And then the right, they have very similar stupidity with different topics. But, is what Donald Trump doing being very productive? I'm going to be honest, though. I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump. I think every president for the since JFK, they're controlled by one group of people. And I'm not going to state the group of people, but y'all know my drift. If you have any research, if you're on social media enough, you understand. If you do any background research, you know the group of people I'm talking about. I don't want to jump right into, I don't want to jump into it and then my video gets, doesn't get pushed out to people because I spoke bad about a group of people. So I'm not even going to do any of that. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So both sides are filled with corruption. Both sides are, getting fed money to say certain things, to put in certain rules, to talk about a certain country like this, talk about, all types of things. So corruption, money buys everything. Money will buy people's morals. Money will buy people's goals. Money will buy family. Money will buy criminal. Money will buy anything, man. And the American dollar, it gets printed out of thin air via these federal machines every single day. But I digress, man. Let me jump back right into the topic of is what Donald Trump doing a necessity? Is he being productive with this? And I think necessity, I don't know. I think what he's doing is the right thing. I think we need to clean up our cities. Our nation's capital is filled with crime and just a bunch of stupid. If anyone has been in DC, you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying there's a lot of dumb stuff you see on streets, a lot of homelessness, like just things that shouldn't be in the nation's capital. And for the longest it's been in the nation's capital. Like, dude, the White House is right here, and you telling me 10, 15 minutes from the White House, there's a bunch of gangbangers, selling dope, and the streets are dirty, and a bunch of crime, shootings, and all that. It made no sense, right? So what Donald Trump is doing with the National Guard and whatever they're called, National Guard, federal, bibbidi blah blah, he's cleaning the streets. Crime week over week has reduced. Murder rates have reduced. If you talk to the liberals, they're going to tell you, I'm not. Let me say this one more time. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. I think both sides are equally, if not one side might be a little more stupid, but still at the end of the day, these sides are not for the American people. You can look at our governments, how they're getting funded during their campaigns. Look at every politicianers. They're getting funded by one group of people, and that group of people are running the government. They're running the United States. I don't even think this country, the government cares about the Americans anymore, at least for the last 40, 50 years. But back on topic. Yeah, so him cleaning the streets, I mean, he's cleaning DC, man. I'm seeing videos. I see, these people complaining. Some people are saying, "Oh man, they're getting, they're just getting pulled up on, and they're pulling people and like handcuffing them and like harassing them." And they're just throwing the word harassing, man. If you're a grown man, why are you sitting on the side of a block smoking and drinking? But don't you got kids? Don't you have a job? Don't you have a life? You just shit, man. Man, we out here in the streets of DC. Come on, bro. What are you doing, bro? I'm not saying you can't smoke. Smoke inside your crib, bro. I'm not saying you can't drink. Even though I don't smoke, I don't drink. I've done that shit in the past. That shit ain't cool. You want to do it inside, but you don't have to sit on the side of the street and smoke and drink and block people's, walkway, and and then you're out here, people out here just robbing stores left and right, man. I've been telling this to people. When people steal from stores, I'm not saying they need to, get their head beheaded or something like that, but I'm saying they need to get taught a lesson. I think they need to be in prison longer, in jail longer, and or they need to get smacked up, jumped, beat the hell out of, maybe lose a finger or two. Something to teach them not to steal anymore. Because, a little tap on the wrist, hey, empty your bag. They let them go. Or, you know what? We're going to trespass you from the store and let you go. No, we're going to, Donald Trump is going to issue the National Guard in all these major cities with high crime rates because at the end of the day, Section 8 housing is done in these big cities because, the left want to sway voting in these cities. So when elections come, guess what? They provided enough funding for these group of people to be in these Section 8 housing. They're going to vote for them. Bibbidi blah blah. But no, when you have a low income, if you want to talk about culture, if you want to talk about these people are lazy, I'm not even going to get into that. When you if you have a low income, you're more prone to do more stupid shit. I've done it. Shit, I still do it. Shit, man, I don't make enough money. I need to go gamble. And dumb shit like that. But they're not gambling. They're going robbing stores. They're over here committing crime. They're over here selling dope. And they're over here, bro, are you serious? Gang on gang crime? Who the hell is shooting each other? It's like, you over here think it's cool because you guys are shooting at each other? Like, and Donald Trump is cleaning these streets, man. Even though I'm not the biggest fan on Donald Trump because he does a lot of dumb shit. You can't complain. The dude is funny as hell. And some of his policies do work, man. And this is one of the things that he's doing that I'm actually a fan of because when I'm traveling to Chicago, when I'm traveling to LA, when I'm traveling to Atlanta, when I'm traveling to DC, when I'm traveling to all these big cities, New York, I want to feel safe when I'm walking down the street. And it doesn't mean I don't feel safe because, I'm not no low hoe or something. I can handle myself. But I don't want to be looking over my shoulder thinking that, if I'm wearing a chain, someone's going to try to come snatching or something like that.
No! Oh, that's a teammate.
So, he's doing, I got no complaints. And people are complaining like, the harassment, they're harassing American citizens. Cut the bullshit, bro. Same thing with ICE, man. If you came into this country illegally, you should be put back to where you're at. Or you need to go to jail. Take them back to their own country or take them to jail. And people are like, oh, man, but you're separating families. Take the family with them, too. If you enter this country illegally, you're getting kicked out. It's just that simple. I don't know how Democrats, even though I told you I'm not a conservative, I don't know how Democrats are sitting here complaining that Donald Trump is cleaning the cities, cleaning DC from crime, and kicking illegal immigrants out of this country. How is that a bad thing? Mind-boggling. Common sense in America is like illegal sometimes. And these are the same people with good degrees, have a good job, and they're still stupid. When it comes to simple stuff, they're still stupid. It makes no sense. Like, I'm losing it right now. I'm losing it. Let me take a deep breath. But yeah, man, let me know if you guys, let me know your guys' opinion on what Donald Trump is doing in DC and in future cities. I'm not against it. I'm pro whatever he's doing. I like it. Cities are getting clean. Crime is getting reduced. You know what? I might start traveling to these big cities now because every big city, there's a freaking certain area. Like, hey, man, don't go down there, bro. They gonna light your ass up. But now, what I'm saying, clean these streets. You get more, visitors in these certain parts of the United States. You get more revenue. It is what it is, man. I'm liking it. I appreciate y'all for watching. It's your boy, Jail Yas, and, different type of video today. And I'll see you guys next week. See ya.